After hearing about Katrina's death, my thoughts went back to the fall of 1962 when she got on an airplane with a baby, Fred, to leave Birmingham and join me in St. Paul. I am sure that she had many doubts, but she came. I was not working and we had very little money, and the apartment that I had gotten for us to live in was a half-finished, dark, dingy basement apartment. I am sure she was shocked when she arrived there. She never complained. She took a job as a part-time sales clerk at a drugstore that was a block away from our apartment. And then she enrolled in the University of Minnesota. She went on and graduated from the U and began teaching in St. Paul. She worked very hard and built a great career as an educator. She was always helping others in their careers. She loved entertaining, and our houses were always full of people. We built a large circle of good friends. She will be missed.
Hello, everyone. On this day, when we're thinking about Katrina, I find myself doing a lot of smiling more than I am crying because I am so grateful for the time that I had to spend with her as her friend. Katrina was the woman that we all wished we could be like, right? She was brilliant, intellectually brilliant. She was beautiful. She was like a master on her job, just kicking butt, taking names. We all went to her when we needed help. She had a lovely family, and then she had a host of grandkids, and she had a lot of fine men in her life too. And so there are a lot of women who wish they could have been more like Katrina. I think the thing that I cherish most is that she was a truly loyal and trusted friend. We could always count on Katrina. And the one message she gave me once that stayed with me for my entire life is that you always need someone in your life who will always tell you the truth that you need to hear. And for those who Katrina cared about, she was our truth teller, and we loved her for that. So when I think of her today, what I'm saying is, girlfriend, well done. You led a really great life, and I'm grateful that I was a part of that.
I want to first extend my heartfelt condolences to the family of Katrina Robertson Reed on this most solemn occasion. While I know that there is little that I could say to lighten your sorrow, to lessen the pain of your loss, I do want you to know that you have and will continue to be in my and Betty's prayers. I would also like to thank you for this opportunity to offer a few words in remembrance of our friend Katrina. I know that I do so not only with the customary and expected grief, but with a profound and rejoicing heart. I rejoice in the privilege of being able to claim Katrina as a friend. We laughed together, celebrated together, went to a few parties together, discussed our families together. There are other friends that we had in common who knew precisely what I am saying and also understand the priceless value that such friendship entails. I am sure that some of our friends are watching who remember those basement parties in Smithfield, those hours of socializing in Pratt City, those extended discussions that dot our shared histories, and those celebrations of each other's accomplishments as we have all journeyed through this blessed life. Friendship can be many things, but true friendship never ends. It is merely interrupted by the inevitable inconvenience of mortality. But know that a life well lived came first. We existed in a time and space unlike any that preceded it and unlike any that will follow it. We faced it and forged forward, then forward, and then further forward. We formed bonds as children, as teenagers, as college students, finding our way in a world fraught with peril and promise, as striving young adults, as parents and professionals, and through it all, we were friends. There are many words to be said at moments like this, yet it is hard to compose anything that can truly speak the sorrow and joy in my heart. I celebrate the life my friend lived. I celebrate who she was as a person. And I celebrate having her been a friend more years than I can remember. So how do you speak the truth about such a great soul, such a good person, such a real friend? I found myself at a loss, so I turned to another great soul, the poet Maya Angelou, to speak the words that my grief would not permit or allow me to construct. I found a poem that captures what I think we feel on this day, a poem that speaks to the quiet, persistent, and glorious tenacity of our lifelong friend, Katrina. So in honor of Katrina and to her family and friends, I offer this poem. When Great Trees Fall by Maya Angelou. When great trees fall, rocks on distant hills shudder. Lions hunker down in tall grasses, and even elephants lumber after safety. When great trees fall in forests, small things recoil into silence, their senses eroded beyond fear. When great souls die, the air around us becomes light, rare, sterile. We breathe briefly. Our eyes briefly see with a hurtful clarity. Our memory, suddenly sharpened, examines, gnaws on kind words unsaid, promised walks never taken. Great souls die, and our reality, bound to them, takes leave of us. Our souls, dependent upon their nature, now shrink, wizened. Our minds, formed and informed by their radiance, fall away. We are not so much maddened as reduced to the unutterable ignorance of dark, cold caves. And when great souls die, after a period, peace blooms, slowly and always irregularly. Space is filled with a kind of soothing vibration. Our senses restored, never to be the same. Whisper to us, they existed. They existed. We can be and be better, for they existed. Thank you. Rest in peace, our friend, dear Katrina.